I'm sorry to tell you, I hate to tell you, but you just cannot have it all. You've got to be willing to sacrifice something to get to where you want to go. Opportunity cost. Give up something to go get something. What are you willing to give up to go get? Are you willing to give up some time? Are you willing to give up some energy? Are you willing to give up some effort? Okay, guys, so there's some intangibles to building wealth that people sort of forget, right? People sort of just kind of gloss over the fact that there's some other things besides money that you need to actually build wealth. Because there's a lot of people that have a lot of money, but they haven't built any wealth, or they don't know how to build wealth. So what happens is they make a lot of money, they spend a lot of money. They make a lot of money, they do the wrong things with money. And ultimately, they don't end up building wealth, they just have a lot of money. So there's the intangibles, which is the behaviors and things that you have to sort of do and the habits that you got to sort of transform into in order to make sure you build wealth and not just have money. See, everybody wants to go out and have more income because the first thing people always say is, I need a side hustle. I got to make more money. I got to work extra hours. I got to work more overtime. I got to do what I got to get a second job and a third job and a fourth job. But listen, if you don't do the intangibles that I'm talking about in this video, you can make all the money you want to make. All you're going to do is have it temporarily. It's going to be gone, or you're not going to know what to do with it, or you're not going to know how to build up on it to keep it going for 5, 10, 50 and generations to come, right? So you got to have these intangibles that people always forget about. Now, what are the intangibles? The first intangible is you got to make sure you're taking personal responsibility for your money, personal responsibility for your choices, your decisions. The things you do with money, you got to own up to it. It's you. It's on you. It's nobody else. No blaming. You ain't putting the blame on nobody else. No capitalism, no president, no city council member, no mayor, no children, grandchildren, no former spouse, none of that, right? It's all on you. And you got to believe and understand that what happens to your money is 100% your responsibility. You got to take accountability for what you do or don't do or fail to do with your money. That means the wins, the successes, and the failures, the problems, the issues. It's all on the person in the mirror. That's intangible number one. And secondly, you got to work on your commitment, your discipline, your habits. Those things are super important. If you do the right things over a long stretch of time, you're going to come out better with your money. You got to make sure that you are disciplined. Just having the commitment to discipline and the commitment to good habits is an intangible that everybody sort of forgets about when it comes to building wealth and having more money. Now, the third intangible is you got to have some belief. You got to believe that more money, more wealth is out there for you and it's yours. You cannot walk into anything and be successful at it if you don't believe that you can do it. Believe that you can have it. Believe that it's out there for you. Believe that, look, they're over there having success and I'm happy for them. I'm pushing them on. I'm rooting them on. But I got to have a mindset of abundance and say, look, if they can do it, I can do it too. If this guy on the internet who's talking about building wealth can build some wealth, I can build some wealth too. You got to believe in yourself. You have to believe that it's possible for you to be a millionaire before you can be a millionaire. Because if you don't believe that you can be a millionaire, then you're not going to take the steps and develop the habits and do the things that is necessary to become a millionaire. Because you don't believe you can do it. That's why belief is very important. And then you got to be organized with your personal finances. You have to be organized with your money. In other words, guys, it's just like a sloppy room, right? When you walk into a sloppy room and you start putting stuff where it goes and cleaning up and putting the shoes over here and you put the shirt over there and you pick up the papers and put the books where whatever it is, when you start cleaning up a messy room, all of a sudden the room looks bigger. The same thing happens with your money. When you start getting organized with your money and you track your expenses and you track your income, you end up having a little bit more. And things start to open up for you when you say, wow, okay, I didn't even know I was spending that amount of money on fast food. I didn't even know I was spending that amount of money on coffee at Starbucks or whatever, right? You have more when you get organized. So you got to get organized with your money. It's just an intangible that most people don't talk about, right? They forget about the fact that you have to know what you got and know what you spend and get yourself organized. That's why you want to do a budget on a spreadsheet, an Excel spreadsheet, a Google spreadsheet, or even on a piece of paper, Whatever it takes to get organized. Now, the fifth intangible is you have to really work on your financial literacy. You got to work on learning new things. You got to work on reading the books, right? Go listening to the podcast, listening to the YouTube channel like you're doing right here. But you got to work on putting some more information, knowledge in your brain. So when it comes time to have new habits and develop new discipline, now you got new stuff to work on. You got new information to actually work on and implement. But some people, they just want to make the money and make the money and make the money and don't want to put anything new in their brain. You have to start thinking different to start behaving different. And how do you start thinking different? You start reading. You start putting new information in your mind. You start listening to new podcasts. You start going to the conference, networking with new people, taking on new information so you can learn. Now, the sixth intangible is you need a plan. Think about it like this, guys. Before they go build a building anywhere on the planet, the first thing they do before they build a building is they lay out the plans. They put a plan in place, right? They have some architects come in and they put up drawings. And then they might even put up a small rendering of what they're going to do, right? A small model version of the building. But they have to draw it all out first. They got to put the plans on paper. A lot of you want to make more money, but you don't have no plans. You don't know what your goals are. You have no vision written down. You don't know what the action steps you're going to do every single day to reach that goal, to reach that vision is. You just wing it. And you go out there and you start making more money and working more hours and putting in all the work. But one of the most important intangibles you have to do is you have to go ahead and make some plans before the money gets there. You have to go ahead and make some plans outlining how you plan to actually get to the money, how you plan to actually build the wealth, how you plan to actually pay off the debt, how you plan to actually spend your money throughout the month, right? On a budget, whatever it could be. The point is you need plans. You need goals. They're not exciting. They're not fun. They're not sexy. They're not glamorous, but they're very, very important. The intangibles. Now, the seventh intangible to really get into this money and being able to change your financial situation is you have to be willing to make some sacrifices. You got to be willing to say, you know what, tell yourself no. Delay that gratification, make those sacrifices and say, you know what, not right now. You guys go ahead and take that trip. I'm not quite ready for it because my money ain't right. You guys go ahead and go shopping. I don't really have the money for it right now. You got to be willing to make some sacrifices. You can't have it all. I'm sorry to tell you. I hate to tell you, but you just cannot have it all. You've got to be willing to sacrifice something to get to where you want to go. Opportunity cost. Give up something to go get something. What are you willing to give up to go get? Are you willing to give up some time? Are you willing to give up some energy? Are you willing to give up some effort? What are you willing to give up? Are you willing to give up some vacations? Are you willing to give up some missed opportunities of shopping or some missed opportunities to going out to eat fast food or going to the restaurant or going to the party, the club? You have to sacrifice something. That's a piece of these intangibles that people don't talk much about, but it's very important. The intangibles, the other things to help you make more money, to help you build some wealth, to help you be better with money, to help you get a piece of the pie that's out here for you. This is what you got to do. Hey, listen, if you got anything out of this quick video, do me a favor, smash the like button and share this video with somebody that you know that you think could use this information. The best person who's going to take care of the old you who needs to pay rent, the old you that needs to buy food, the old you that needs a pair of shoes, the old you that needs help paying utilities and for water. The best person who's going to take care of that old you is not the government, is not the president, is not your kids or your grandkids. The best person who's going to take care of that old you is the young you. Take good care of yourself and take care of other people. Hey guys, I offer financial mentoring and coaching. Anything that you're looking to get better with in terms of your personal finances, I can help you with. Everything I talk about on this channel, from budgeting to managing your money better, to actually investing your money, to figuring out ways to save your money or ways to bring in more income with side hustles. In the description box of this video, you'll find links to my personal one-on-one financial mentoring and coaching. You'll also see a link to my schedule. Please feel free to hop on that schedule and let me help you get better with your money. Until the next video, peace.